You're at the Watchmen way. March 21st, 2020. It's been a heck of a week. Forgot one live show. Had a good one last night. Almost slept through this one. I sat down on the couch after we got done with the roping. And I says, now don't fall asleep. And then I just woke up. It's all good, guys. I actually wanted to start with, last night's show. And the thing I want to make sure you guys understand is, I was, what got to me last night was not being, I think by some of the comments, a lot of people misunderstood what was happening there. Because I was just talking about before, about, the things people say, when we're doing what we do, and the attacks and the comments but that's not what I mean. I wasn't upset about that. I was actually, it was in a moment of joy and pride. I actually, before I'd come on, I was kind of taking my own advice because I think I was talking about at the same time, stopping and taking a look at what's happening in the world, and appreciating what's going on here. I was, it kind of overwhelmed me. I was happy and proud and thinking about, everything that we've gone through and what we've accomplished. And it got to me a little bit. But it was all good. I mean, it wasn't like I was upset. It was, it was all good, guys. And I am extremely proud of, what we've done, the people that we've helped. It's going to be hard to measure, I think. I mean, who knows what the total is, but I know it's in the thousands. I think tens of thousands, probably, with, 5 years been doing this. And of course, it's grown, every year since I started. And, what was about 18 months ago that I we started the Watchmen. So up to that point, I was kind of doing this on my own, right? Just by what I'd post and kind of a one-man show. And got the brilliant idea from God, the more people we have doing this, the more people we're going to reach. So we started the Watchmen page. And it just kind of took off from there, guys. It's, and to see the people and how many people we've come in and, all the work they've done, and when you do this, even today, it's brutal because people are, I talked about it last night. It's cognitive dissonance. People get scared and they lash out. And we have to understand that it's not them talking. It's the situation. We're here because of that situation. We know, that people are going to get upset over this stuff because they don't understand it. Just think about, the first time you heard about the Hillary Clinton snuff video or, the satanic pedophilia. I know I kind of thought, well, that can't be happening here when I first heard it. And then, of course, the more you dig, you find out, well, yeah, it really has been going on. And not just a little bit. 800,000 kids a year. That's the last few years in America. Think about that. 800,000 kids a year. These monsters are stealing off our streets. and torturing and murdering our children for the adrenochrome. This is no joke. I just saw some information on both Tom Hanks, and Ellen DeGeneres. It was funny. One of them was her on the couch, I think, and she had a really distressed look on her face, trying to look happy, smile, and you could just tell something's not right here. And if you look closer, you could see a reflection in the window behind her, and it looks like, to me, the first thing I thought was it was a Marine in full battle gear. He's got his vest, he's got his helmet. It's a Gitmo. I bet my last $100 that picture was taken in Gitmo. You kind of see the mountains when you look at that reflection on either side of the Marine. What it looked like. I mean, if you look closer, somebody that really knew could probably tell you exactly. And here she is, And the same with Hanks. Hanks had a picture too that looked like he was in maybe a jail cell or some kind of lockdown. These guys are done. This is happening. Look at what's going on around the world, guys. This is it. It's everything we've been talking about for over 5 years. Going down right now, and we know where it goes from here. This party is over. These people are going to hang for what they've been doing. Traitors and murderers are all going down. And, there's going to be no more denying this stuff. Because, yeah, it's real. And we've got to deal with it. And the world's going to be a better place. There's no reason to panic. There's no reason to fear. We're getting these people off the streets. We're getting this evil eradicated. Had to happen. The economy had to come down. The pedophiles had to be exposed and dealt with. That means, in my mind, they're either going to be executed for their crimes or locked up for the rest of their lives. And I think most of them are going down. I think most of them are going to be executed. There's reasons that they changed the laws. And what was it, just 3 months ago, probably, that Barr changed the law on the federal death penalty for murder, making it a capital offense, meaning you could be executed if convicted. Why all of a sudden was that important? Except for they're going to use it when they take these guys down for all these murder charges. Remember, Epstein ran a honeypot. Epstein worked for the Mossad and the CIA. He had honeypots at his Florida mansion, his New York mansion, Pedo Island, and his ranch in New Mexico. They've got thousands of hours of video on these guys. They got it all. There's no escape for these people. And they're starting to see it. You can see it in Hank's face, in those pictures, and you can see it in Ellen DeGeneres' face too. The sinking in that, oh my God, this is happening. Because I think up until probably they got arrested, I think these monsters believed that their elite friends were going to save them, right? Well, guess what? President Trump's driving the bus now. And he's not going to save you. They all need to go down. And it's happening. And the world is becoming a better place because of it. And that's why we should be celebrating. Because this evil is gone. Man's greatest accomplishment. We're headed into the greatest transfer of wealth in human history. Physical silver and Litecoin. God showed me these things for a reason. God came to me in 2014 14. They called me to be a watchman. And then 8 weeks or so ago, called me and the watchman to lead the revival of his church called the Way, the church that Jesus taught 2,000 years ago. Mind-blowing stuff, guys. I would never have imagined. I thought when we were done with this, probably in less than 6 months, I was going to do something else. I was going to live my life. But this is my life now. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I've been called to do, is not necessarily live chats, but to build the way. God's telling me the Catholic Church is coming down this year. The Pope is going to resign. He's a pedophile. They just arrested 60-something priests at the Vatican last week. This is happening. The Pope's coming down. The Queen's coming down. Prince Andrew's coming down. Probably Merkel, Macron. The storm is upon us. And where was the storm supposed to start? Saudi Arabia. What happened? A week, 10 days ago, 300 royals and government officials were taken down. That was a start. They're coming here next, the first. Supposed to kick off here. Then to Asia, then to the EU, and I think the last one as a part of the EU is going to be Israel. They're all going to be exposed. No one's going to escape this. No one's going to escape God's justice. And we should all be pretty happy about that, because these people have to be removed. We can't say, okay, well, let bygones be bygones. We got most of them. No, they all got to go down. There's no mercy here, because otherwise they're going to be back in 30 or 40 or 50 years again. We can't allow that to happen. In fact, the Watchmen, we will continue to lead the way on the way, but we're also going to man the wall, because we're going to make sure they never come back. The minute they rear their ugly heads, they're going to be chopped off, because we're never going to let them build to the point that they did. When President Trump took office, there were more globalists in our government than there were patriots. People ask, well, why didn't he do something right away? Because he couldn't. Because they had too many threats. They had nuclear weapons. They had bioweapons. They had bases all over the world. They had bases in North Korea that Kim didn't even know they had. So yeah, it took a while. But everything that they worked 300 years for, President Trump took down in 3. So anybody that says he's with them, he's part of the elite group because of who he is and what he does, you're an idiot. Look at what he does. Don't listen to what he says. I have people, well, President Trump says the economy's great. He's playing a role. He's playing a role. Watch what he's doing. It's clear as a bell to me. Crystal clear what's happening. There, he's taking him down. Just what he said he was going to do. And pretty soon the whole world's going to realize it, right? And then what do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen to the economy? You can't be an analyst in the world today of anything. The economy, religion, society, if you're not taking into account this satanic pedophilia and the draining of the swamp, you're not going to get it right. Because that's the most important thing that's going to happen. Well, taking down the swamp, and that what that really means, man's greatest accomplishment. They never believed that we could defeat them. Never. That's why they were so arrogant. That's why they've been laughing until these most recent pictures. They're not laughing anymore. It's sinking in. The jig is up. President Trump isn't the joke that you guys all try to make him out to be. Our greatest president, bar none. He will go down in history as being the greatest president in American history. He'll be credited with saving our constitutional republic and the world. The world's going down, guys, without President Trump stepping up. And obviously God. Because we know I don't get here. He doesn't get to where he is. If it's not for God. And some of the things these people have done in God's name, you know, they've some of the things they've said behind a mic are disgusting when you find out what they've really been doing. Not one of them can walk. They can't get away with this. None of them. Not a single one. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Payeurs, all going down. And those are the people that really been running the world. It's not Obama or Clinton or the Bushes. They were puppets for these people. They never had any control. You know, they might have got to make the decisions that the elites didn't care about, but they were carrying out the elites' orders. Not anymore. Not anymore. It's over. And it's going to be awesome. What's coming, guys? Man's greatest age. 1,000 years of peace and prosperity. That's here. The Fed is going to lend $1 trillion a day to large banks. Listen to that last part. Large banks. Remember, I've been talking about when everybody's been calling, asking about bank accounts. Get Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, or Citibank. That was because Coinbase was having a hard time dealing with these little banks. They just didn't get it. Had one bank who wouldn't open an account for a member because he mistakenly mentioned that, you know, he was going to buy Litecoin with it. Oh no, you know, they claim, they tried to say he's an older member that, oh well, you know, they were going to rip you off. Yeah, that's really classic. You know, the banks warning us that somebody else is going to rip us off after what they've been doing for the last 100+ years. Plus, no one, when this all comes out, no one's going to put a penny in the bank ever again. When you lose your life savings, because that's what's coming. That's why you need physical silver and Litecoin. Everybody's going to lose something. Your bank account, your pension, 401k, money market, annuity, stocks, bonds. You're going to lose something. 80% of the value of your home, if you own a home. But it doesn't have to be a disaster. If you know it's coming, this is easy. Extra food, extra water, medical supplies, ammo, physical silver, and Litecoin. Done. You just survived the worldwide economic collapse, actually, and are going to thrive on the other side. Because while everybody's scrambling with probably no assets, the Watchmen are going to be leading the way to rebuild. You know, we're going to end hunger. We're going to end homelessness. The Watchmen are going to do that. We're going to lead the way for the revival of God's church. Keep saying it doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better. I mean, you can't. You brought a script like this in. If you brought a script of what's happened to the Watchmen the last 5 years, 5 years, they'd say you're crazy. They'd throw you out of the office. The stories are, there's just so many stories. That's why I keep saying there are going to be thousands of books, hundreds of movies, Um, cherish this time. Remember what we've gone through. Because, like I said last night, for the rest of your life, people are going to be asking you about this time and what you did, how you helped. It's a lot to say if you're a watchman. Um, and that's what got me last night is thinking about the impact we've had and the lives that we're changing. Um, uh, I told somebody today when I was a kid, I used to daydream about saving the world. I never believed, and not that I'm saving the world here, but whew, we we've done a lot of good, and it's made me proud. Um, so last night was 100% about feeling that joy and that pride in what we're doing. Um, there was not a bit of that of regret or remorse or whatever. It was all positive, guys. And like I said, I wish you guys could experience how I'm feeling. I know a lot of you guys are. Cherish that feeling. It's man's greatest accomplishment we've been a part of. Doesn't get any better than that. And then we go on with the virus, the clown show. This is guys. It's a flu. This is 100% about taking down the worldwide economy and the worldwide swamp. Satanic pedophiles. That's exactly what the virus is about. It's a cover. And if you had some critical thinking skills left, I'm talking about, the newbies are the people that are going to be listening to this later. You would understand if you had critical thinking skills. And I was lucky. I guess I was born in 1955, and I didn't have to face what they've done to the kids today, how they've dumbed our kids down. I got to go to parochial school. That was a huge difference. It was like, honestly, the difference between parochial school in the 60s and public schools, it was like kindergarten and an elite 4-year college. That's what it was, a difference in the education. It was so tough. I was held back in the 5th grade. I couldn't keep up. And they said in the public school I was a pretty smart kid. I had to learn. I had to relearn how to learn. And I'm telling you, after that first year, I never studied again. And got A's and B's all through high school and college because of what they taught me in the 5th grade twice. We are going to have schools like that. The Watchmen. We're going to have a ranch where kids can learn how to ranch and how to farm, how to weld, how to build a house, carpentry, plumbing, electrical skills that these kids don't have a clue about and that we really need right now. But they did that so we would be helpless. They didn't want us knowing how to do things, take care of ourselves. This whole thing's been engineered for way over 100 years. And look where we are. On the verge of man's greatest accomplishment of defeating this evil. And just think about when we remove 90% of the evil in the world, as the way is exploding across the world, and God showed me that by 2040, in less than 20 years, the way will be the biggest religion in the world. And think about it. It makes sense. Tell the truth every time. Do the right thing every time. Live your life in the service of others. Doesn't get any better than that. You can't knock it. It's a church that Jesus taught 2,000 years ago. The reason it was never adopted by the elites, because they couldn't control it. Couldn't control the money, because the money goes as a donor from my hands into the hands of the needy. There's no middleman to take their cut. There's no hierarchy. There's no priest. There's no pope. There's no buildings. There's no buildings we meet in, because when we meet, we're meeting in the streets. We're building a home for the homeless. We're doing something of value for our community. Mowing lawns, putting on roofs, or painting houses for the elderly that can't afford it themselves. The Watchmen are going to be the conduit for this. We're going to match up our members with money with groups from around the world, eventually, I hope, with ideas and manpower, but no funding. And we're going to do this the right way. Our future is not bright, it's brilliant. I mean, you better put your sunglasses on. That's our future. It's hard for me to put in words what God showed me sometimes. There is nothing to fear. The talks about the tribulation and Armageddon, and we're going through Armageddon right now. When we elected President Trump, we changed the course of what God had planned. Now, if Hillary Clinton would have got elected, we were going to have full-blown Armageddon on this planet. But we changed something when we elected President Trump. What was his first order of business? Eliminating human trafficking, basically aimed at eliminating child sex trafficking. You know how disgusted God has been by what's been going on here? Not anymore. God knows where this is going, right? I got to see bits and pieces of it, and it's glorious. Like I keep saying, I couldn't write a better script. And then something happens, and then we have a better script. So there's nothing to fear here, guys. There's nothing to worry about. Greatest transfer of wealth in human history. Man's greatest age. 1,000 years of peace and prosperity. That's what's coming. Boy, from 5 years ago, when Obama was president, when I started this, I would have never believed we could be here right now. No way. Moving steers. Okay. I better get going here. I'll be here all night. Lockdown of America. These are Zero Hedge articles. Lockdown of America begins. This is on Zero Hedge. It's coming, guys. Martial law. They're calling it whatever they want to call it. Quarantine, or this is martial law. This is Saturday. I said by Monday. I don't know. We're almost the whole country now anyway. Earlier, I think yesterday, there was 70 million already locked down. But martial law is not coming. We have 70 million people in America that can't leave their homes. Curfews. What are you talking about? There's no martial law. There's martial law, guys. And by Monday, it could be the whole country. We're shutting the entire country down for this. You think it's a virus? You think it's a flu is why we're shutting the whole country down? Why the world is being shut down? No. It's to keep you out of harm's way. Well, they run around and serve 150,000 warrants worldwide. The Marines, the SEALs. That's what's going on around the world. It's all good, guys. It's all good. I'm just going to go questions. Danny, how you doing? How's Canada? I bet it's not as nice as it is here today. Yeah, I had to be 70 for the open. Chrissy, how you doing? Danielle, hello. Tommy, what's up? Patricia, Audrey, hello. Cindy Lou, Paul, James, what's up? Keith, what's happening? JC, Jimmy Cleveland. How are you, buddy? Gary, Cynthia, hello. Rita, how are you? Benny, what's up? Todd, Teddy, Simona, how are you, Simona? How's Scott? Danielle, Jeannie, Tracy, Amy. It's my cousin Monica. How you doing, Monica? Susan, Jennifer Lynn, Brad, David, Libby, how you doing? Mike Janman, colloidal silver. Everyone should have colloidal silver as part of their medical supplies. Mike Janman has got it for like a quarter what you pay at GNC. And he makes it himself. Good quality stuff. Hit Mike up. Melinda, how you doing? Brittany, hello. Jan, how's JW doing? David, what's up? Cousin Bill, Tom, John, Jeremy. What's going on, Jeremy? Joy, how are you? How's Oklahoma? Heidi, my sister-in-law, how you doing? Amanda from Vallejo, California, how you doing? Liz, hello. I even have my ex-wife watching the live chats. Andrew, how you doing? Debbie, hello. Darren, Chad, what's happening? Sue, Connie, Mansfield, William. Wow. Nobody's got any questions? I thought for sure we would, I'd be overwhelmed again with questions. That's good. That's good. Um, we don't want to forget, guys, where we're at. I said, we should be ready to throw parties, and we should be, but we can't let up. We have to finish this. This is the 2-minute warning. Every person matters. We could just, I honestly believe we could shut down. The Watchmen could. Nothing's going to change. This is already over. They're rounding him up right now, guys. We could probably start the party, but we're not going to do it. Not until Obama or Clinton go down 100% officially are we throwing a party. But honestly, it could happen next week. I think next month at the latest. So make your party plans. We're going to start looking at dates here probably in the next 30 days of where our first, whatever we're going to call it, reunion or annual party or what. We'll think of something. But start thinking about it because that's how close we are. My goal is within a year after this happening that the Watchmen were going to meet somewhere in the country, and probably Sedona, Arizona is where it's going to be, but I'll keep you posted on that. For now, we got to stay positive. We've got to be here to answer questions because even though we don't have a lot tonight, that's, because you guys are leading the way is why, because you guys know what's going on. But as you can see, we're being, well, I have been overwhelmed with questions. And again, said last night, I'm busy, guys, but this is what I'm here for. So don't think that I don't want you to call. I want anybody who has questions, who needs help, I want you to call. Number again will be posted in the comments. The number for Coinbase, for Litecoin, where you buy Litecoin, for the silver dealers, JM Bullion and SD Bullion are the two we recommend. There are many more out there. And supplies are running short, guys. So that's why we have to keep pushing. Because in another few days, people might not be able to get it. It's already getting hard to source, silver and Litecoin. So let's keep pushing. Do your last minute prepping. Everybody by now should be pretty close. And be positive. Remember, there's a lot of fear out there. Misguided fear, but fear all the same. We've got to calm those people down. We've got to be the voice of reason through this. We've got to lead by example through this. I mean, it would be real easy right now to get everybody ginned up and all excited and marching in the streets. That's not the way to handle this now. You know, our job is to finish this, and that means what's our main goal? Red pilling and preparing. It hasn't changed until the end, until they're all locked up. That's what we do. Then we're going to shift gears a little bit into our Watchmen way jobs, reviving the way. But the future is bright. You know, this evil is being eradicated. We're taking our world back. We're going back to a rule of law. It doesn't get any better. And it doesn't happen without God and President Trump. And I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Thank God for God and President Trump. Greatest transfer of wealth in human history. Man's greatest age. 1,000 years of peace and prosperity. Remember, fear not. God and President Trump are 1,000% in control. I'll see you tomorrow night at 5 Pacific. God bless.